Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jordan, back in the building. Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. We're just gonna label this as the intro. Got my pre-order bonus. Nah, I got glasses on. Nice pre-order bonuses. Naked. You get a lot of pre-order bonuses. Got the crocodile suit. Nice. All right, let's hit our options first. New style buttons. Inverted, vertical. Where do I aim? Gotta play inverted too. On the show, the game. It's options. Here we go, Metal Gear Solid 3. Go with the new style, not the legacy. Definitely going on normal. Will be all the tips. Alright, nice little trophy to start.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
So, I'm playing with the Pulse 3D headphones, so it's definitely a stereo. My lovely lady is actually sitting there next to me. She's working, so I gotta try to keep it monotone and very low.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Cuban.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the alarm bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Well, 21 years ago, you two.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete. and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
"21 years, you two. 21 years. Getting old. Definitely getting old." The intro actually.
Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure
cool.
the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Actually reminds me of Rambo 3. Intro to that.
If we don't get
no,
Sokolov
Rambo
back before
2,
that
sorry.
weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis.
They jumped off the plane and got stuck.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the
Lovely
gunship's arm
weekend.
will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
I'm just going to record this intro and upload to YouTube, and I'm actually going to make this an intro/review. This game gets a 10 out of 10. And in my next video, I'm going to explain why it gets a 10 out of 10. And I've only been playing it for about 6 minutes.
And all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Looks great. It looks really, really good. This is where it all started, YouTube. Snake Eater. I can still remember the intro music 21 years ago. Now, I'm not going to go into this explanation right here, right now. I'm going to save that for the second video. But just know, I'm an old pup. I'm 47 years old, YouTube. I'm playing Metal Gear since 1987. When the NES, the gray box. That's how long me and Solid Snake been completing missions together. So from 1987 to 2025, do the math. It just looks, and I mean, way back in 2004 on the PS2 with standard definition television, I already thought it was amazing.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant.
I can hear you. I got this one off, so I can hear you.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see.
I'm going to keep my voice low, too, because
Tom.
putting both of these
Call me
on.
Major Tom.
For you know, I'll be talking like this now.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words,
just to keep y'all informed, you two, you have Metal Gear 1987. You have Metal Gear 2 1989 or 1990.
Great.
Then you
Now I
have
see
Metal
why
Gear
you asked me
Solid
if I liked
1998.
snakes.
You
I
got
suppose
Metal Gear
calling me
Solid
Snake
2,
was your idea of a joke,
Sons of
too.
Liberty,
No.
2001.
Tell you later when
You got Metal Gear Solid 3,
Gotcha.
Snake Eater,
Getting back to the
2004.
subject, how
You
exactly
got
am I supposed to feed
Metal Gear
myself?
Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, 2008.
Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical
And then
supplies
Metal
in
Gear
your
Solid
backpack.
5,
Yeah, about the backpack.
The
I
Phantom
lost
Pain,
it in a tree on the way down.
2012.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
And that's the
No
sequence.
problem.
But
I
to
can
play the
see it
games
from
in order,
here.
you would literally go
It's
Metal
stuck
Gear
on a
Solid 3.
branch.
This is the first one. This game is actually
Climb a tree.
before the
Stand in front of the
1987
tree
version
that's covered in
coming
ivy
on
and
NES.
press the action button. I'll be
This is
monitoring
the
your
only
progress over
one
the
in the
radio.
entire series that I
You
haven't
can't risk
completed.
violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship.
More of that in my second
My
video.
frequency
More to
is
that story.
140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
It's your boy Jordan. It's your boy Jordan. Hit that like and subscribe button on return. I ain't got no job, nothing else better to do.